Hello, parents. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. Happy holidays to everyone. Welcome to Let's Teach Parent Academy. I am your educator's favorite educator, Miss Tiffany McDonald, former middle school ELA teacher, Teachers Pay Teachers, content creator, and author, academic educational specialist, all things education coming to you on this Friday evening. Sorry, I am a few minutes late. I was getting things all set up, but I am not going to be before you long. I just wanted to come on and start our Surviving Parenthood series. I hope everyone can hear me okay. I'm having some technical difficulties with my Wi-Fi going on, but we're going to keep on pushing and just let me know if you can hear or not. So I want to thank you, parents, teachers, grandparents, everyone for jumping on and joining me in our Surviving Parenthood series. We were supposed to get together last week, but life has been lifing like crazy. So I wasn't able to start the parent series last week, but here we are today. So I want to thank you. Make sure you allow StreamYard to use your name so that I can properly greet you in the comments. And let me know if you are watching live, hashtag live. Let me know if you are watching the replay, hashtag replay. And then also let me know if you are a parent, a grandparent, a teacher, an educator, or just anyone as a professional who just loves all things education. If you, excuse me, have not registered, please make sure you go register at the website that's scrolling on the bottom of your screen, www.letsteachincorporated.com. When you register, you will actually have access to the worksheet that I'm going to be using, as well as the ebook, the workbook that I have for all of the parents and educators that register. So I'm going to be talking from that. But if you want the activities for you and your children, definitely make sure you register at www.letsteachincorporated.com. It's right on the front page. It should be. If not, I'll make sure that it's there. So we're going to get into it again. I'm not going to be before you long, but I just wanted to come on and start our second series. If you have been following my YouTube channel, make sure you go follow and subscribe at Teach Outside the Box. That's youtube.com at teach inc underscore teach outside the box. In August, third quarter of 2022, we started our first series of Teach Outside the Box, and we catered to our teachers and help them to survive back to school. So now, as we end out 2022, I want to cater to my parents because for many of you, your kids just went on winter break. My students just went on winter break. I am a program manager for a before and after school program, and we just went on winter break today. So I wanted to help, had to get my camera together, y'all. I wanted to help my parents, help them survive parenthood because you're going to be with your kids for 2 weeks. Whew, I know, y'all. So I want to help y'all survive parenthood. And today, part one is all about help. I'm a parent. So I am going to give you 5 strategies on how you can help understand your role as a parent, as well as help your child thrive and learn for the upcoming school year in 2023. Sounds good? So if you know anyone that can benefit from our part one of our series, definitely go ahead and share this out. Encourage them to definitely register at letsteachincorporated.com. Hey sis, what's up to my LAC Kenyatta Griffin? Hey. Yes, definitely tag anyone that you know that's a parent, a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, anyone that has kids that's going to be home with their kids for 2 weeks for winter break. And they like, oh my God, help, I'm a parent. So definitely share this out because I got some great strategies that's going to help them survive parenthood. Our winter break starts next Tuesday. Okay, welcome, Ashley. So this is for you then. This is for you. I'm going to give you 5 different strategies, some fun activities to help you survive parenthood, survive that winter break so you're not going crazy, pulling your hair out while you got your kids at home for 2 weeks. and why their teachers are relaxing. So if you are ready, let me see a hashtag parenthood in the comments if you're ready for the first way that you can survive parenthood and eliminate the stress of being a parent during these winter break during this December, January time. If you're ready for strategy number one, put a hashtag parenthood in the comments. Put a hashtag parenthood in the comments if you're ready for strategy number one on how you can survive parenthood and understand your role as a parent. So parenting is definitely challenging. It doesn't come with a manual. It doesn't come with a tip sheet. It doesn't come with the cheat codes, but you can survive. You can make it through parenthood. I am a mother of an 18-year-old and I have made it. I have made it. Trust and believe. It has been difficult. It has been hard, but I have made it. So I'm going to give you some tips, some tricks, some strategies, some secrets on how you can survive parenthood. There we go. I see a hashtag parenthood in the comments. So the first strategy is to help them develop their cognitive development. What is cognitive development? That's primarily their problem solving and thinking skills. So oftentimes when your kids are struggling on identifying what they want and how to express themselves, it's because they're not sure to understand what they're trying to do and what they want to do. So, of course, as kids, they go about it the wrong way. They go about it by throwing temper tantrums and crying, and it's all because they're trying to understand the situation. They're trying to figure out what's going on. They're trying to figure out all the changes to life, especially when it was COVID time. And the one way to is to help problem skills. And oh, there we go. I'm back. I'm looking for going, but that's okay. We're gonna keep on rolling. So help them develop their problem solving thinking skills. And you're probably wondering, well, Tiff, how can I do that? Well, in the workbook that you will get if you register for this class, I have given you 3 different strategies, 3 different ways where you can help them develop their problem solving thinking skills. The first way is to ask thought-provoking questions. An activity that says identify 5 different or unusual ways you can use a pencil. And they're probably thinking like, well, I mean, I use a pencil every day in school. So, well, no, help them think outside the box. Remember, teach outside the box on how they can use a pencil. This is going to get their minds working. Another way is to give them 4 different pictures or 4 different things, items, and say, okay, now which one is the odd one out? Now, of course, they're going to be stumped because they're all going to be like, okay, well, I got a phone here, I got a comb here, I got a pencil here, I got a pen here. But have them think a little bit deeper and think about, okay, which one of these doesn't really belong? And in the workbook that you'll get, you'll see a picture of a pie graph, a bar, a line graph, a sphere graph with an arrow, an odometer, I can't think of the word, and you'll see a picture of a pictorial graph. And they have to figure out of those 4 different graphs, one of them doesn't belong. And so that gets your mind going. Another way is to have them think outside the box. In the workbook, I give you a picture of a cloud and I say, okay, this is not a cloud. What is it? And have them use their creativity, their imagination, their thinking skills to figure out, okay, well, if this is not a cloud, what can it be? Again, these are all different activities where you can have your kids think outside the box, use their creative imagination, problem solving, thinking skills to develop their cognitive development. How's that sound? Does that sound good? And also, these activities and simple things you can do over the winter break throughout the weekend that's going to keep their minds going and keep them learning while they're at home. The second way to help survive parenthood and to help understand your role as a parent and help your child thrive and learn is to develop their physical development, which are their fine motor skills, and have them use their hands, use their movement, use their bodies. Now, we know our kids love social media. They love the phone. They love the laptop, but we want to get them away from their electronics. So in the workbook, I give you youthful yoga, and I give you different yoga poses. And I know my LAC is going to love this one because she is the owner of Sacred Room Wellness Spa. But youthful yoga for kids, where I give you 4 to 5 different yoga poses where they can get up and get moving and get their body stretching. And then I even added a little bit extra to it. Have them come up with their own poses, have them come up with their own stretches, and just to kind of get them moving, develop their fine motor skills. Also, in the workbook, I give you an opportunity to help them develop their lacing skills. So you have a picture of an apple, and you just use a hole puncher, cut out the holes around it, take a shoestring, a string, and have them practice lacing. And this uses their fine motor, their thumb and their pointy finger, to kind of move in and out. And then lastly, I know all of our kids love poppets, right? I know mine did when she was that age, but all the kids love poppets. So I created something a little bit different. I have a picture of a poppet. For my younger kids, I have letters on the poppet, and I have sight words on the side. And they have to, one, identify the letters, all in lowercase, and then see if they can spell out their name, popping the letters figuratively because, of course, it's a picture and not a real poppet. So they see if they can point out the letters of upper and lowercase. See if they can point out or pop out their name, and then see if they can pop out the sight words. For my older kids with the poppet, I don't give them sight words. I just give them letters and have them pop out as many letters as possible so that you're using your fingers to pop out the letters on the poppet to identify your letters, your sounds, your words, or as many words as possible. And that's developing their physical development, their fine motor skills. Is this good? Is this helping you guys? Is this helping you guys develop their problem solving, their thinking skills, develop their fine motor skills? The third way to survive parenthood is to develop their social and cultural development, being able to interact with everyone from different cultures, different languages, different regions. Oh, yes, I'm glad this is helping. So, to develop their social and cultural, a lot of times students in school have trouble making friends and interacting with others is because they don't know that person, they don't know their culture. So, have them understanding different cultures. Pick a country and start researching online what that country is all about. Start talking about maybe where they came from. I have in my ebook a activity that's called What's in a Name. So have them actually look at their name and identify where did their name come from. And this could be a great family discussion, a great dinner time discussion, a great in the car discussion, and talk about, okay, where did my name come from? Where did my first, middle, and last name come from? Have mom and dad talk about where their name came from. And just really look at, oh, what's the origin of my name? And maybe it's a Japanese name, maybe it's a Italian name. And so that way they can start to understand who they are. So then they can understand the people around them. Also in the ebook, I have some looking at different foods. So maybe the next time you guys are at dinner or the next time you guys are out at a restaurant, maybe talk about where these certain foods come from. Or since it's the holiday time, and I know you guys are going to have that big old holiday feast, talk about some of your favorite meals. And, if you're like me and you're from the South, you're going to have fried chicken or you might have chitlins. I know nobody out here probably has that, but talk about where your foods or your favorite foods come from. And that helps them to understand different languages, different cultures. So we talked about surviving parenthood by helping your kids develop problem solving thinking skills, cognitive development. We talked about the physical development, helping them develop their fine motor skills. We talked about how to interact with others from different cultures, different regions, your social cultural development. The next way to help your child thrive and to help you as a parent is to help develop their mental. Now, this is a little bit different and in line with cognitive development, but this is more on memory and attention. And this can help them in school as well. So, a lot of memory games. I like to do a fun game when I was in the classroom where I'll just take random objects, 30 objects, put them all on the table. And this is something you can do at home this evening, on the weekend, over winter break. Put 30 objects on the table. Tell your kids, tell the family, okay, you got 60 seconds or 30 seconds to study every item on the table. And they're studying, they're looking, and then cover it up. And then just start asking random questions. Well, what was the item up here in the corner? Or what was that small little item in the middle? Or name the blue item. And this is developing their memory, their attention. The average attention span for most kids and most students that are under 18 is about 30 to 60 seconds, depending on their age. 30 to 60 seconds. So if you can't grab them in 30 seconds or 60 seconds, you have lost them. So using memory games. And I have a few in the ebook once you register. Doing word searches. And I have a Christmas word search, having them see if they can find out words. Doing mazes, doing puzzles can also develop their memory and their attention, their mental development. And then the last way to survive parenthood and help your child thrive and learn is their spiritual development. And by this, I mean understanding who they are, recognizing themselves, and understanding respect and responsibility. And this is a big one for students in school. And in the ebook, I have a worksheet that talks all about respect. What is respect? How do you give respect? How do you show respect? And having that conversation. Also, understanding responsibility. How do you become responsible? How do you show responsibility? What can you do to be more responsible? And this develops their spiritual development and becoming one with themselves. So, as the promise, those were 5 ways where not only can you survive parenthood and help understand your role as a parent, but also help your child thrive and learn that can help take them to the next level of success. So, quickly, we talked about physical development, their fine motor skills, getting them up and moving, practicing tracing, practicing lacing. We talked about cognitive development, helping them to understand their problem solving and thinking skills, giving them riddles, you know, asking them, hey, if a tree falls in the forest and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? Hmm. And having a conversation about it, get their minds thinking. We talked about mental development, which is along the lines of cognitive development, but also looking at their memory and their attention. Can they stay focused on one task for 30 minutes, 60 minutes, an hour? Can they remember what they read in school? So, reading a passage and then remembering what the passage is about. We talked about their social and cultural development, helping them to understand who they are first, who their family is, to understand the world around them. We talked about, and I might be missing one, and I have to go back to my notes. Sorry about that. We talked about mental. We talked about cognitive. We talked about social cultural. We talked about cognitive, and we talked about the spiritual development. I'm sorry, that was the last one. Spiritual development, learning who they are, learning how to understand respect and responsibility. So these are 5 different ways, again, how you can develop yourself as a parent, understand your role as a parent, also while helping your child thrive and succeed in school. If this was helpful, please make sure you let me know in the comments if this was helpful. If you know how this can help out a parent or a teacher or an educator or anyone with kids struggling in the world of parenthood, definitely share this out on your timeline, tag them up in the comments. If you want the workbook that has all of these different activities in it, just go to www.letsteachincorporated.com. Just register, answer a few questions, and I will send out this workbook to you. And stay tuned for next week's class. So, next week's class is December 23rd, and it is all about giving your child the gift of learning. So, as you're finishing up that Christmas shopping, that holiday shopping, you're getting those presents under the tree. Let's take a look at what we're really giving our children for this holiday season. They had enough video games, they have enough of the electronics. Let's give them the gift of learning. And I'm going to give you some fun, innovative, creative projects, workbooks, worksheets that can definitely be the that you can might be frozen. Okay. Thank you for Parenthood, part one of Help I'm a Parent of our parent series here at Teach Incorporated. This will be on for the replay in case you jumped on late on my YouTube page, Teach Outside the Box. Make sure you like and follow Teach Incorporated as well. And don't forget to go to Let's Teach Incorporated to register for our part two of Surviving Parenthood series with the gift the giving the gift of learning to your children. And until next time, I will see you. And remember, each one reach one so that we can teach one. I hope this was informative for you and I hope you learned something. And until next time, take care. See you later.